Hello, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I uploaded. It normally is. I like to upload things kind of when I just feel like it. If I have something that I want to share, I share it. So as you may know, you should know, on the 10th, two things happened. PlayStation Edition updated to Bedrock Edition, but we get to keep our PlayStation worlds. That is why I have this super flat, because I customized it in PlayStation version and then I copied it over to Bedrock. The other thing is that Bedrock also updated to have bees. Now, bees are brilliant. They give you honey, and so I just really wanted to showcase this super. It's probably not the most effective. It's probably bigger than it needs to be, but here is a honey farm design that is tileable, basically infinitely. Although I wouldn't recommend going too far because your bees will have trouble navigating to their hives and stuff. But yeah, so first off, the way that this farm actually works, here I have a cross section. You have an input hopper up at the top, a dropper because it's a solid block, so a redstone signal can be passed through it. Another hopper down here. This block should actually be glass. This block should be glass, because otherwise it will be powering this hopper. So the honey, so hives and beehives and bee nests, when they are full, they have an output strength of 5. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of redstone. When it's full, this will get powered, and it will collect the bottles. So the way that it works is a honey bottle comes in through the top. It'll be put into here, which is then immediately taken out into this one and moved into this dropper here. Now, it's only going to be doing this when there is no honey in there, but that should give you enough time to keep restocking this one. When it receives a honey strength of 5, first of all, this dropper is powered, which puts a piece of honey, puts a glass bottle into this dispenser, and this hopper gets locked at the same time, so that glass bottle can't be removed. Then this observer detects this hopper getting locked and powers this through a bunch of blocks and things to power this dispenser. When this dispenser takes the honey out of the bee nest or hive, the redstone signal strength will drop back to 0, allowing this hopper to pick up the honey bottle from this dispenser. Okay, so actually building the farm. What you're going to need is 3 bees. That is the number Ilmango uses in his farm. The farms have to be built slightly different. You can't build it the same as Ilmango. But he uses 3 bees in his farm, and I think the mechanics should be the same, although I'm not sure. 6 glass blocks. I have 2 different colors here. A repeater, a dispenser, a grass block, 3 hoppers, 1 dandelion, 2 chests, a beehive, a dropper, 3 droppers, sorry, a redstone comparator, and 6 building blocks. Also, not 8, 5 redstone dust. First off, you're going to want to take the 6 building blocks, the repeater, and the redstone. You're going to make a 3 long, and then up at the side, so it's 5 long altogether. And place the repeater going into the block at the end, followed by 3 redstone dust leading into that one. You're then going to want to take your glass and place that on top, with redstone on top of that. Next, you're going to want to take your dropper, your dispenser, your beehive, your hoppers, and your chest, and your redstone comparator. And you're going to want to place a dropper facing this way, 1 block away from here, with a hopper leading into it. Sorry, not like that. You're going to want to place a dispenser, dropper. You're going to want to place a dropper on top of the block that the comparator powers, and a dispenser facing up. So the dropper places any items into the dispenser. You're then going to want to take your chest, or one of your chests, and just put it under put a hopper under the dispenser with the leading into the chest. You're gonna want to put another hopper, not hopper. Yeah, hopper leading into this dropper, and a dropper leading into this hopper. It has to lead into it because otherwise you will lose items every time you get a new piece of honey made, basically. You're going to want to put a hopper on top of that, and I've already just done it then, but a comparator facing into this dropper here. You can then take your beehive and place it on top of the dispenser, so the comparator is taking the output from it. It's very important that the slit in the beehive, or the holes in the bee nest, face away from all of this redstone here. This is really important because your bees will then exit and basically go the wrong way. Next, oh sorry, I've forgotten something. You're going to need 3 observers, not 4, 3 observers. Have an observer facing this hopper, followed by a block, a dropper, and then a dispenser on top facing into the dropper, and then an observer facing into that observer. So this sees this, which powers this, which sees that, which sees that, which will then power our grass block with the dandelion on top, and which is surrounded by glass. So when this one locks, this is gonna power this to take the honey out. I'm gonna place that there, surround it in glass on all sides. If it's a middle section of a farm, you can see it's only gonna need glass on the tops and the front, but if it's the end section, it's gonna need glass on the side, or at least one side. That is it, but you're going to want to put, so if you have if you have more than one segment to your farm, you're going to actually want to put another, you're going to want to put a hopper line leading across the top here, or a water stream collection actually, but both works. A hopper line leading across to the next section, and then you can place your chest. Otherwise you can just place your chest on top. Finally, you're going to want to have 3 bees per bee nest or beehive. So 1, 2, 3. Cover it up, and after a while you should see honey being made. What's quite important, and I've forgotten this as well, is to just put loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of bottles in to here. And you're actually preferably going to want to do that before this one gets powered. So this hopper or dropper should be having items in it before this gets powered. And you'll see that in the dispenser there'll be no items, but this one is the one that's going to start filling up. After that, you kind of just sit and wait. It's going to start producing honey bottles. Unfortunately, there will be a slight obviously there'll be a slight delay since you start building the farm, but otherwise then I think it should start producing better. And you will get more items, more honey bottles the longer you make your farm. But as Ilmango says in his video, and I'm not sure if it carries over to Bedrock, but it should be similar, you don't really want to build it more than 5 or 6 long, each kind of thing, because the bees will get stuck and they won't be able to pass the other bees to get to their bee hives. Anyway, that's all for me. I've changed my skin because this is Bedrock edition, and yeah, see you later. Wow, third person is really cool.